Okay, so what I have today is a Gameboy Color that, by the looks of it, looks pretty good condition. The only thing that's wrong with it that was on the eBay listing is that the sound doesn't work, the speaker doesn't work. Before I get into this, I just want to say those marks on my knuckles are from playing bubble football, where I was holding on to some handles and plastic was rubbing on my skin. So definitely not from fighting. I'm not that kind of person. So I just wanted to preface that in case people are freaking out and looking at why I've got two kind of identical marks on the knuckles. But anyway, like I said, the sound doesn't work, so we turn it on. And there's nothing. So first thing I'm going to do is test to see if the headphone port works. So I've got some headphones, going to plug these in, and then hopefully, with it being on the highest volume, I'll put the headphones as close to the microphone as possible on the camera, and we'll go from there just to see if we can hear. So we'll turn it on. Hopefully you heard that. I heard it, so I know that the speaker is the problem and not any kind of sound chip or any fault in the circuit board. So obviously we need to start taking this apart, because I'm going to take out the speaker from this one and put in a replacement one that's from another Game Boy. Okay, so I've got the Game Boy apart, and inside, from what I can see, looking at it at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any corrosion. This looks a bit weird to me. You can see there in the reflection, it's like pitted and maybe corroded, the metal has, but for whatever reason this is not working, so this is going to come out. I'm going to desolder the two leads that lead onto the speaker, and then leave the existing wiring in. But before I do that, I just want to test to make sure that there's no issue between the headphone port that's stopping the speaker from receiving the signal. So for that, you have to get a multimeter, and on this one, I don't have the continuity sound, but I am able to test for continuity by setting to a certain setting, and it displays a value that I know means there's continuity. So it's at a 1 at the moment, you can see there, and then try and get these wires out of the way best I can. So I'm going to go on the board, and I'll try and get a close up at this. Okay, so if we could focus, best from this angle I suppose. I'm going to test between this point here, there, and this point inside here. If there's continuity, then it means the fault lies with the speaker, which I'm pretty much confident it does anyway. So we've got 1, and that tells me there's continuity, and I can test that by just putting the two pins, there we go, together. So I know the issue isn't with the headphone jack, it is to do with the speaker itself. So we're going to remove that speaker and replace it with an existing one that works. So here is my donor board. This is where I'm going to take the speaker on from for this repair. I will be buying a replacement speaker to replace this one later on, but this one for now, this is my like a donor console that I have laying around, and this is the one I'm trying to fix. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to let my soldering iron heat up. I'm going to remove that one, remove this one, and then just swap that one to there, and then this one, as far as I'm aware, with it being most likely dead, can just go straight into the bin. So I think, and I'll show you this, I'll get another video of this, but there's a load of corrosion inside the speaker itself in here. I think at some point, yeah, water's got in there or something's got into it and it's completely ruined it. So let's just go ahead and desolder this one. I'll use some tweezers. Okay, so that's the faulty one, set that to the side. And now I'm going to remove the working one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just set my soldering iron to the side. So this is the broken one, this is the working one. Again, I'll get this on a better shot in a second. We're going to stick this working one in here, so that can go to the side now. We don't need that donor board anymore. And this one's ready to go in. So I think I'll probably just, looking at the solder that's on here, I might just leave the existing solder on. Obviously very dusty. Sorry, I was doing that off screen, I think. It's very dusty. Clean it up a bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and just straight solder that back on. So I'm going to slot it into place so it sits in, and line them up accordingly. So I'll do this first one here because this is obviously in the way. Okay, and the same for the second one. Right, so I'm going to turn my soldering iron off for a second. That seems to be connected, so I'll briefly put it back together, stick some batteries in and give it a test. So this is the case. I'll probably just put it back together because I've taken the screws out so we could lift it up, and go ahead and just have it pressed together. 2 batteries in, like so, hold it together and turn the volume up, and this is the moment of truth. And there we go. Sounds working perfectly. So I know obviously this one was a complete dead speaker. So let's just turn it off and on again. Yeah, working perfectly. Let's drop the volume a little bit. Yeah, so that's completely sorted that issue. Obviously now I just need to put all the screws back in, and I now have a working Game Boy Color that has the speaker system fixed. So you can see there, this is where the wire would lead to the coil to move the speaker, and then whatever has got onto it, you can see it's left a load of rust there, and it's completely ruined the entire speaker. So that that can be chucked in the bin. So thanks for watching. That's how you fix a Game Boy Color that doesn't have a speaker working. Now obviously you need to make sure that the headphone jack is working itself, which eliminates any other problem and only narrows it down to the speaker being the issue. You can buy brand new speakers off the internet for around about £3. I've got one on the way to replace from the one that I took out of my donor board, so I can replace that one and have that have a speaker. So that's on its way. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.